science. Well, today I want to explain what is, the castles in the Middle Ages. In the Middle Ages, there were a lot of castles, but the question is, what is a castle? Normally, the castle is a fortified building that normally were made at the top of a hill. And the castle have two functions, that is a place to live, the people who work in it, and also the walls protect themselves at night. And then also, I put two pictures that explain, that show the castles first and after. This photo was, this is after death. Yes, that. The first castles were made in France, Spain, Germany, and Great Britain during the 10th century and 15th century. The first castles were made of wood, but they used stone because it was stronger and it wasn't easy to burn down. Most people lived in castles. The lord and his family were the supreme unity of the castle. Then the knights, nobles, and the people that worked in their church. And then the poor men. This is a picture of a castle which shows the parts of a castle. The moat and drawbridge. The moat and drawbridge were made to one function. They have one function, to protect themselves from an enemy attack. This is a narrow slit. The picture is. And the narrow slit is a vertical narrow which knight can throw arrows from its side, but it was so difficult that an arrow of the enemy entered in this narrow. Some historians think that the oldest castle is in Praga, but they are unsure because they don't know the date that has been constructed. And here is a video that explains all I have explained to you.
As a first line of defense, most castles have a tall outer wall that is often surrounded by a deep, water-filled moat. The outer wall was studded with high towers where soldiers surveyed the surrounding fields for invading troops. Although medieval soldiers had no guns, they did have powerful bows, and there were many places in the castle from which arrows could be fired, such as through the hundreds of notches built into the tops of the walls, or through special windows like this one, called arrow slits. Usually a drawbridge over the moat had to be crossed to get into a castle, and it could be raised at any time. If someone was able to cross the drawbridge, he could be stopped by heavy wooden doors protected by a thick metal grate. And hidden above the castle's doors were openings called murder holes, through which large rocks and boiling liquids could be dumped on enemies. If someone managed to get through the doors, he would find himself in an enclosed courtyard where the stables were located, and where villagers came for protection in times of war. From here, invaders could go no further without passing through another well-guarded door. On the other side of this door was a second large courtyard where the great stronghold, the best fortified part of the castle, was located. The lord of the castle usually lived with his family in a tower within the walls of the stronghold. Inside this tower, his servants climbed winding stone staircases to get from floor to floor. Here, within the castle's biggest room, the Great Hall, the Lord met with people and also ate his meals. The main meal, which was served at 10 in the morning, took several hours to eat, and hands were always used since there were no forks back then. To show their important social position, medieval lords and their families dined at a table that was raised above everyone else. After eating, many lords enjoyed going upstairs to sit in a window seat like this one, so they could gaze out across the land that gave them their wealth.